can accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, any up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah.
What's going on, family? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, future grandbabies? I want to pop up in here and share an experience. I'm constantly talking about how my experiences are as a new rider, you know, as a returning rider. Like some of these guys who have been out here riding for years, you know, they probably experience this all the time and they just get used to it and they adjust. Me, I'm learning for the first time really about how to navigate within the city and in the highway with a giant touring bike, whether it be a CVO, whether it be a BMW bagger, you know, one of them 1800s or something like that, or you know, or an Indian Pursuit, or even a Challenger, right? Like that one over there, right? So my boy Casper, you know, holding me down, right? So you know, I tell you look left and right, I tell you look over your shoulder, and I tell you that cages, you know, no offense to anybody driving cars, right? That's what we just call them, right? People who prefer to be in a car than a motorcycle. Don't pay attention to you. Check this out. Literally just pulled off from the light. Literally just chilling, probably doing about 20, 25 miles an hour. Engine loud, music blasted. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really like to play them in my headphones, right? Unless I really like in a place where, you know, I don't want to disturb the community or something like that. Or, you know, I'm just on a highway and there's a lot of ambient noise that's just interfering with my comfort, right? So this is what I got to deal with, and this is what riders got to deal with. For all my non-riders out there, this is a PSA. Look twice, save a life. I've been hearing that. I see it on signs. I know I saw them on signs in Florida, you know, all through Florida, man. I rode all through Central and South Florida here in this past summer. It's been a great summer to ride, man. I put a lot of miles out there for a rookie. You know, I know a lot of people, some people don't care about miles, but I do. I care about miles because you know, it shows for me anyway the dedication I have to the I guess sport of riding motorcycles, right? You know, to the activity of riding motorcycles. For me, it's a big deal. You know, if you know, it says something about what type of rider I intend to be as I get older, especially since I started late, right? You know, I see somebody riding 2,000-3,000 miles on a brand new motorcycle. That tells you something. When I say brand new, I'm talking about that year, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, all kitted out. But some people just like it for the show. Some people like it for the look, right? But that also says something, and that's okay. You know, I particularly want to put miles on my bike. I want to see the country. I want to see things. I want to go to my grave, seeing parts of this country that people find insignificant or irrelevant. I want to meet people, you know, who generally, you know, don't have a known name, right? I want to shake hands and eat at restaurants at some grandma's house down the street in some back road in Mississippi, but it's top tier and everybody goes there, even the politicians, you know? That's what I'm looking to do. So when this dude comes over in my lane, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was a little mad, you know what I'm saying? I had to keep my composure. Yeah, I went around him and got back out. He was like throwing his hands up, saying like he was, you know, apologetic or whatever, but he did not look. So if you ride a car, and you primarily ride a car, but you know, and you watching this, looking at me, wondering if this is something that you may want to do, understand there are hidden dangers out here, right? And I had to pay attention. I saw him coming. I was able to slow down a little bit, hit the horn on him, and thank God we wasn't doing like 60 or 70 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? I would have been able to, emergency brake, kind of slow down and give him the lane if I needed to. I slowed down enough for him to get in there. For whatever reason, there was no traffic nowhere, but he wanted to get in front of me. But the only reason why he wanted to get in front of me, because we had no interaction, is because he did not see me. You know what I'm saying? I can't really fault him for not really paying attention to the drivers around him. I guess I can fault him, because as a rider, you're supposed to be paying attention to what you're doing inside this machine or on top of your machine, right? We're riding missiles, man. A 900,000 pound missile. You know what I'm saying? You're driving a 6,000, 7,000 pound missile. You know what I mean? People don't compute, that's a guided missile, So there it is. I got that out of my system. I wanted to show you the new riders, the returning riders who haven't done it in a while. This is what I be talking about when I do my voiceovers, and I'm telling you about these techniques. I'm doing this every day. I'm learning as I go. I am not an expert, not by any means, and I will never claim to be. However, I'm trying to be the best I could be, so I could be safe, so I could return home to my youngins, to my wife, you know what I'm saying? For my mom, who watches me every time I post, you know what I'm saying? So she'll probably be a little worried when she sees this, but don't worry, Mom, I'm paying attention. Had the airbag vest on and the full helmet. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, at the end of the day, we all got somebody to go home to, and that we love very, very much, and they love you. So if you're driving a car, be mindful. Look over your left shoulder once in a while and right shoulder once in a while when you're making these lane changes. And the same goes for these motorcycles. Motorcycles, you need to be looking left and right as well, because somebody might be in your blind side. Here's the thing. I wasn't even in his blind side. I was right next to him at a light before we made a left turn. He just forgot I was there. Real talk. And loud pipes don't always save lives, because he didn't have his windows open. He was probably blasting his music, but if he had his windows open, he may have heard my pipes. However, I don't rely on the pipes, and he barely heard my horn. So that's something to be said about that. Anyway, be safe out there. It's your boy Bike Life Commando coming at you from the Coastal Empire. Ride safe, ride straight. Make sure you're looking left and right and look over your shoulders. You know what it is. If you got a bike in your garage collecting dust, pull it out, dust it off, gas it up, and go enjoy the ride.
So make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog.